Look at this beast. So you might have, a couple of videos ago, I might have sort of brought up briefly, I didn't really push on it too hard because it wasn't about the bikes. I said, apologies to all my Triumph Street Triple followers. I sold the bike, I sold the Triumph after having it for a year. It was a year a week ago. I just needed to free up some cash to get some things sorted, which I did. I picked this beast up, would you believe? Look how clean it is. I mean, it was a bit dirty, like it was really dirty, like it wasn't clean in any way, shape or form, but I could see under the dirt there was a good bike. I paid $7.5 for this bike. This is the 2015, I think it could be 16, GSXS1000F. And what a bike. It is such a good bike. Look, it's not as spec'd up as Triumph was, nowhere near it. It's 7 years older than the Triumph. However, it still has Brembos on the front. Still has fully adjustable suspension. It has traction control, has ABS. But a couple of old school things about this bike, which I will go over in very, very shortly, is it has an older tacho or an older digital dash, which I don't mind. Actually don't mind. I've sort of gone back to that old school feel about bikes. Something to do with my age, I think. Yeah, so 2015-16 GSXS1000. This uses what they call the K5 GSXR motor, which people claim was by far the best Gixxer motor ever made. And that motor went from 2005 to 2008 on the Gixxers. Long stroke motor, 998 cc's. In this, guys, they're about 145 horsepower. But I've actually watched videos that state that when these were released, it was stated that they're more like 160 horsepower, which is pretty understandable because these things are rapid. I'm wearing a backpack, and in my backpack I've got a slip-on exhaust to go on there already. I just collected it this morning from a local guy here in WA. It's called Extreme Performance. It's spelled Xtreme. He's in Kelmscott. Shout out to Chris. Help him out, mate. I always get my sort of Screaming Demon and Musari pipes from you guys. I bought the Musari slip-on. Now the reason I've gone for that is because it's obviously supporting a local business, but it was under $500 and they do sound pretty good. If you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know that I had a Z1000 just recently, about 4 bikes ago, and I had the twin Musaris on that bike and they sounded awesome. So what do you reckon? I spent 3.5-4 hours detailing this yesterday and they can't lie brand new. It looks brand new. You wouldn't think it was, 10, 11 years old. Just over 18,000 kilometres on it, so it's hardly run in. I did cut underneath the plate there, big long plastic triangle that was there, gone. I have a tail tidy coming, actually already ordered it. I've ordered some bar and actually, you know what, let's have a look around the bike. So it's pretty good. It's a traditional sort of Gixxer Suzuki blue. Got the ABS, the Brembos, fully adjustable KYB suspension. Mate, it's got good thing about this bike, guys, is it is what they sort of class as a sport tourer, but there was no touring capabilities. There was no luggage or anything made for it. So it's a sports bike for older guys, like me. So it is a sports bike, but it has upright handlebars. Can you see that? I'll walk around a bit and show you. Oh, there's a pole there, idiot. Look at that. And the English bars, they're rental fat bars. It is a pretty cool bike. I had one of these before my channel started up, and the bike itself was cursed. I'm telling you, it was cursed, absolutely cursed. I hit a kangaroo on one at 90 k's an hour. I had about 4 cars pull out in front of me. One I almost bounced off of. I think it was the bike. Sometimes you just get that thing about a product or something you own. It doesn't bring you very much good luck. Well, that was that one. But this one is awesome. I mean, look at it. It's so clean now. The chain is immaculate. I cleaned an old chain. Had this horrible surround around the number plate. It's gone. It's all cleaned up. Obviously a rear seat there. There's a couple of things wrong with it. The sticker's peeled off a bit just there. I don't know if you can see that. That's fine. There is a bit of a dent just there, a chip. Notorious these are. Can you see those scratches just there? I don't know if you can. When people take these off, they around with it and they scratch it. So there's a bit there. Tiny little bit of scratching just here. But obviously it's gone over against something, but not damaged anything because everything else is fine. I've got a dark tinted screen coming. So same screen, just a dark tinted one. And it doesn't have daytime running lights. It doesn't have LED. It just has twin halogen bulbs, big ass indicators, as you can see here. Funny, eh? Big ass indicators. Adjustable span brake lever, not on the clutch, which is okay because the clutch is really nice and it's light. Look at that, nice and light. What else can I tell you? No quick shifter. Really back to basics, to be honest. The only sort of modern thing is the Brembos. I think they're M4.43s or something like that. I'll show you the dash. Okay, so another thing with the bike too, like the new Harleys, like my Lowrider S, has what they call an easy start system. Suzuki had that back in 2015, so it just scrolls through. Hopefully you can see that. Old school dash, look at that. So I've got like the range, fuel gauge, gear indicator, speedo, clock, traction control, it's set on number 1, temperature gauge, and across the top is a tacho. With the idiot lights, you've got engine, neutral, traction control, ABS. You have indicators, of course, right indicator, left indicator. What's this, ready? This is called the easy start. Look at that. Huh? Pretty cool dash. Actually, I'll just show you that. I'll give that a bit of rev. It's not bad, eh? I'll take you for a ride in a second. Now this bike has the traditional Gixxer like growl, when the intake growl. It sounds like a goose going like that. But no, it is a good bike. Let me just get up here a bit and sort of give you like a bit of an angle of it. Look at that. So the jury's out for the front end from the front. On the side looks really good. A lot of people say from the front it looks a bit like a big scooter. I sort of have to agree a little bit, but this has been designed and shaped, right? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong, guys, but going back from my knowledge when I had my first one, the front end on these has been designed to produce 20 kilos of downforce, and I think it was like 100 miles an hour, so, or it could be 100 kilometers an hour, somewhere around there. But it produces 20 kilos of downforce on the front end, so it keeps it planted. They do a naked version of this. It's called the GSXS1000N, or N for naked. This is the F for fed. I've not ridden the naked version. I've only ridden, this is my second one of these. I've ridden these. Mate, I've got to tell you, this bike is basically riding an upright naked bike position with a fully fed front end, and it is awesome, man. It does some good jobs. It keeps the wind and everything off you. Yeah. So look around from this side, around the other side here. Obviously it's on the lower side, but it actually does look pretty good. Handles okay. I do need a new front tyre. There's plenty of tread, but it's scalloped. Look, when I bought this bike on Monday, just gone, the guy had it in his carport. It was covered in shit. Like, it was a bit disappointed, really. Like, I just said to him, mate, you didn't have to clean it, you know. But I could just see that it was okay, you know. A couple of scratches here, which I never noticed before. Oh no, nothing there at all. Yep. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed, but I looked at it. I sort of looked at it and went, after taking it for a ride and having a better look at it, I thought underneath all this dust, it's clean. It just needs a freshen up. So I did that. But see, your paint's pretty good. You can see all the metal like the fine metal fleck there, nice and pointy. From side on, it looks like a bit of a bird beak, like that. It does look pretty good. Gold forks, they are not Olin's, they're just KYB, or Kayaba, I think they call it. Fully adjustable, of course. The rear is adjustable for preload and rebound only, no compression. But on the front, you've got all the compression, rebound, and preload. I think the right one's different to the left. I'm going to check it when I get home, but I've just been hammering around some corners and dipping in right, it sort of floats a little bit. It's like a hey, but on the left, it's perfect. So I think someone's been playing with it and haven't put it back evenly. I'll have a look at that. I'm about to go home now and put on a slip-on exhaust. That'll be the next video. Get the tail tidy next week. I'll get the screen in about 2 weeks. Tail tidy's from the other side of Australia. The screen's coming out of China, because Chinese stuff is a quarter of the price of OEM. So I've got the screen, a dark, like just a black one, basically. $45 posted. Can you believe that? And if you try and get a genuine screen, which is only slightly tinted, they're like $200. I do have some bar end mirrors coming, and the mirrors are about that size. I really prefer the bar end mirrors. They're pretty good. There's a few bikes out today. It's midweek. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this around. So I can get going. Actually, oh yeah, and the weight, I think these are 207 kilos, or sorry, 214 kilos. So they're not overly heavy for a fared bike. They are 7 kilos heavier than the naked version, for obvious reasons. It's got the fairing. Man, it's so comfortable. Oh, look at that. So I'm sitting on the bike. I've got your emergency kill switch, or start, stop, run switch, start switch, high beam, low beam on the top here. Click forward, pull it back, obviously that kind of thing. Indicators, horn. The menu system's on like a rocker switch. You know what? Let's just show you. That dash is actually pretty good in good light, you know. This here goes up and down on there, so it changes trip A, trip B. I'm guessing that's brightness of the dash, which is pretty good. Don't mind that. Back to the total Ks. Now, if I go across, I can change the traction control by pressing the select. 2, 3 is the highest. I got off. I'll leave it on 1. Go down to that one. Changes that. So it changes this here. Average. Range still empty now is 227, which is pretty good. I didn't reset the trip meter, so I don't know how much I've gotten out of it. I reckon I got at least 100 Ks. That's it. So average, range. Press it again. Press it again. That's it. Pretty straightforward, hey? And guess what? Cable controlled accelerator. So it's actually got resistance on it. As you guys know, if you ride the modern bikes, actually I'm going to put my high beam on. If you guys know, because you're riding the modern bikes, you'll know that a lot of the ride-by-wire throttle these days, there's hardly any resistance on the throttle tube. It's a pretty legible dash, which is good. Just tips in nicely. I'm going to get a bit of... I actually hear this induction noise. You ready? Suzuki induction noise. You hear that? Sounds like an angry goose, I've heard people say. The dash is really, really good. Another thing too, you'll find, not touching the accelerator, but if I let the clutch out, and when it takes a friction point, have a listen to this. Ready? Hear that? Adds about 400 or 500 revs automatically. It's called it. So it's like a takeoff assist. I've got to adjust the gear shifter. It's not quite high enough. The fairing's good. It's comfortable upright riding position. I'm only 5'9", and my riding position at the moment is perfect for me. So I'd say if you're between say 5'6" to to 5 to 6 foot maybe, this bike is for you. Any taller, the leg space, not the seating or the reach to the bar, but the leg space might be a bit tight. So I have pushed the bike a bit when I was in Mexico a couple of hours back. So the power in this thing is insane. It's very, very different traditional inline 4. Now what I'm saying that for is it has a lot of bottom end grunt off the bottom, and then it sort of flattens out in the mid-range, and then it's got like this last top end like power pull, like a proper sports bike. Deceptively fast. Like, it must be the shape of the fairing because you're not getting any sort of rush of air. You're not getting that rush of air to sort of add to the sensation of going fast. It's just fast. It just tips in so nicely. You don't have to try. That was maybe a fifth of the throttle then. Yeah. Well balanced. My street triple used to sort of, if I went like this, right, took my hands off the bars, my street triple would tend to sort of wander off to the right a bit. This one's tracks pretty good. My Harley, you can't let go of the bars. You just go off to the left somewhere. But at the moment, this bike is pretty good. The seat's pretty comfortable. I just did about 100k stint from where I was to pick up the exhaust back to where I started the video here in Mundaring Weir. About 100k's away. My arse was getting little bit just starting to feel it. It's not used to this seat yet. But man, it's just deceptively quite quick. Deceptively quick. So that's it. So that's the introduction to me, my new GSXS1000F. We'll definitely do some more videos on this one. Again, apologies to my Triumph guys if you follow me because of the street triple. Please don't unsubscribe. I have absolutely no doubt I will get a triple again in the not so distant future. Oh man, it's just not even trying. What do I quickly do? I'm doing 70 kilometers an hour in 5th gear, right? About to go uphill. Before you know it, that was it. Like that was nothing. I'm down. It's like from 3,000 RPM. In 5th gear. Tons of pulling power. And it's a cable throttle. You can actually feel the resistance when you twist it. I love that. Love it. Don't get me wrong, ride by wire throttle is good. That's the way it is with everything now, but man, this is good, this bike. Old school. You know? That's what I like about it. A bit like me now. Because I turned 59 about 4 days ago. Not even that. Yeah, Sunday. Today's Wednesday, so 3 days ago. Oh, it's pretty rapid. I guess that beautiful note. Alright, I'm getting carried away, guys. I'm just drilling shit now. Yeah, so welcome to the new GSXS1000F for the channel. We'll be doing a few things to it, as you can imagine, putting my own touch on it. Stay tuned for that. There'll be more teeth videos coming. Like I said to you in the previous video, I'm starting to feel a bit human again. I wasn't for a while. But yeah, okay, thanks for watching guys. If you made it this far, I do appreciate it. Yeah, subscribe, it's free, doesn't cost you a cent, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.